CEO of both the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce and Experience Jackson, Craig Hatch. Hi, Craig.
Hello.
Good to see you.
You too. You're making me hungry here with all this Grand River Brewery, all the pictures, and let's go to lunch after this.
I'll tell you what, we've got good news. We've got the lunch here. Oh. So after we're done.
Perfect. I knew there was a reason I was coming today.
Yeah. You've been at a lot of the events. I noticed in the JTV galleries over the last few weeks. You're everywhere.
It's been busy.
Yeah.
It's been great. Jackson's been doing well.
Bright Walls folks announced this week that it's possible 40,000 people came to downtown Jackson for Bright Walls.
That is amazing, and I saw you down here, so I know you were down here for part of it as well. If you didn't come down Friday night or Saturday night and see the energy, it was such a, and people were commenting on it. It was not just so many people, but just so many people having fun. Yeah. It was not too crowded. It was just a great energy. It's amazing what our Jackson Young Professionals group and the Bright Walls group has put together. And I'm not sure all of our community really realizes what we have. I brought some folks from Adrian actually up to see it, and they were just amazed. And 40 minutes away, they had no idea we've been doing this, so they've been doing this for so many years. But we're very lucky in this community to have that group to have put this together and brought this to us.
I agree with you 100%, and it's true. And I think a lot of us here in Jackson admitted that we don't realize, how good we have it by having a group like JYP put something like this massive and so professionally done for this community. And I talked to many people that were new to Jackson that came specifically for Bright Walls from many, many miles away.
Not just during the event, but from now on. 74, it sounds like maybe they're going to get one more mural in. So 75 murals and just amazing artwork. I feel like this year actually topped the rest of them. I mean, some of them are just unbelievable.
Well, they, I guess, teased that this would be the best yet, and it really was.
Yeah, they didn't disappoint. Just amazing. And it's, again, not just a festival, it's here. We at Experience Jackson, we have folks coming in all the time. We have the maps, and specifically we'll come in and ask, do you have a map to the murals? Mm-hmm. So Jackson is gaining that, only in Jackson's gaining this reputation in our downtown, as vibrant as it is. It just accentuates it and brings more people to our downtown, and now they enjoy the restaurants and the shops. So again, hats off to the Jackson Young Professionals and the Bright Walls group. We're blessed to have them in our community and what they've put together.
They printed boxes and boxes and boxes of those maps, and they were just handing them out left and right.
Come on down to the Experience Jackson office if you need one. 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and we go through quite a few of them as well. Like I said, it's a long standing, it's here for a long time for us. So
the Chamber and Experience Jackson got a great gift from Bright Walls, your back wall.
Yeah.
And that's a building that the Chamber owns, so likely that'll be a permanent fixture on the back wall.
We're actually talking about putting some lights, some up lights on it and shining it even so at night. And you think about, like, from the train and from the backside of our city, people driving by, it's beautiful.
I talked to Ricky Watts, the mural artist, and I said, how did you choose the design and the color? And he said he studied your website and your logos and decided that he really wanted to make the mural make a statement that this is the home of Experience Jackson in the Chamber of Commerce, and he sure did it.
Yep, did an amazing job, as with all of them. So
it's all done now, but there he is.
There it is,
in process. Yeah.
And it's just amazing. Look how big that is. How do you make that all work? The mural of Alice Cooper. How do you? I can understand when an artist does something in front of them, but when you have a 3-story building, to make something that lifelike, obviously it's something I can't do.
And he had several different surfaces to paint. He had corrugated metal and like a drywall material, and he's afraid of heights.
that he didn't tell me. We did take him to lunch, an amazing person, lots of fun. Met several of the artists. We had artists from all over the world, Australia to Detroit to the UK, all came to Jackson and again beautified our city.
Bright walls, the gift that keeps on giving. So we've got a lot. This fall, the Chamber and Experience Jackson are involved in. The big event of the year is Jaxpo. And I just got an email this morning that said the booths are all sold out.
You took my thunder.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. No. The team just told me this morning, over 80 booths, all sold out, all local chamber businesses. Very excited about that. We have a luncheon leading into it. We have Tim Nash, a very well-known economist, and what a time to have an economist come in and talk to us and tell us what's going on. So hopefully he's got some good news for us. But along with him, we have the president and CEO of the Michigan Chamber, Jim Holcomb. So two great folks to have talk to us to kick it off. So that's members or non-members can sign up and enjoy that lunch. And then, of course, Jaxpo from 1 to 5, all chamber businesses, all showcasing their business to the community and to other businesses. So it's been a great event. Tim Booth on our team, I always talk about the work that Tim does, but he always makes it a little bit extra special. So looking forward to just another great event.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance to get your thunder back. Is there any possibility of getting a booth in this year's Jaxpo?
No, Bart. It is sold out.
No kidding.
Yeah, weeks ahead of the event with a waiting list.
Oh, that's never happened this soon.
Nope. It is very early. It always sells out. It's a very well attended event from the businesses and the community. But yeah, this to be sold out this early, it's a testament to Amanda and Tim and Haley and the team that has put it all together.
Yeah, great team.
Yeah.
The Chamber has the next economic luncheon coming up.
Tomorrow morning. No, actually, tomorrow morning. That's not the economic luncheon. Tomorrow morning we have a legislative breakfast.
Oh, that's
we have the state reps, and again, you can go online, go to our website, and buy tickets. That's not sold out. But yeah, we're gonna have the state reps in a forum, not really a debate, but with all the changes and the new faces that are out there as candidates, it's a great chance, one of the first chances to really sit down, listen to what they have to say on certain subjects. So looking forward to that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and you're going to have a new state rep. I'm going to have a new state rep. And I think for a lot of people, there are going to be some names and faces that they've never heard of or seen before.
Yeah. Well, and with the new lines drawn, we do have an educational piece on our website, and we will tomorrow morning with some of the maps. Some people may not realize their rep may be changing. Even Sarah Leitner, who's still in the race, but her landscape is changed dramatically, and that is affecting Jackson, and that's a part of why we're really trying to do an educational push so the people of Jackson understand the changes in the lines, the changes in the representation, and we're losing a couple really strong representatives in Jackson in the Senate and in the House. So we need to pay attention to who's coming and make your votes count.
And it's possible our representatives will not be Jackson County residents in some of these districts.
Yeah, it goes long ways from Jackson in some cases, from north of Ann Arbor to west, and just depends on who wins. And that's one of the biggest pieces that's changed is our Senate seats and our state rep seats. We expanded out of Jackson some, but nothing like we are now. We go almost to Lake Michigan with one of the seats.
Right.
So go on our website. We have all the maps. We have all the information. And again, we're trying to get the information out there and help the candidates become accessible to the folks in Jackson, so we can again make our votes count.
Yes, get yourself educated. Take advantage of the chamber and all the things they're doing to help get you in the know for the election. Experience Jackson has a lot of cool things going on, and you are introducing a new event. Yes,
we have signed up. It's just recently announced. We are the title presenting sponsor for what's called the Road to Hell.
Okay.
So let me explain. From Jackson, Michigan to Hell, Michigan, there are 4 different routes depending on your ability as an athlete. They are gravel road pedal bike races. It's kind of a new thing around the country. There's a promoter that decided to try to start in Jackson, so we've been talking to him for a while. I've got some great plans for the future. Really excited about them starting this and ending this in Jackson County. So we're going to have some entertainment. There's going to be some food, and really blow out the idea of not just the race, but a celebration of fitness and a celebration in Jackson. So very excited about the group that's putting it on. And keep your eyes out, because there will be some announcements coming up as to what's going to go along with that race.
I think it's great. There's a lot of dirt road cyclists in Jackson. We have a lot, particularly over in the Grass Lake Waterloo area, and we have that trail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, very, very excited about it. And it also brings a lot of folks, those types of events, they travel to. So they're going to stop in our restaurants, they're going to go to our stores, they're going to stay in our hotels. And, you know, with Experience Jackson, when you bring outside money to the community, that's great. That's the holy grail of what we try to do to continue to build Jackson. So very excited about that group, not just for this year, but their plans to really have a sustainable event. To see something grow, you know, I compare it to Gus Macker and how that's grown to be one of the best and biggest Gus Mackers in the country.
Yeah.
So that's this group has that kind of initiative, so we're really excited to see this come.
So when you look back at summer 2022, MIS, Gus Macker, Bright Walls, the Civil War muster, all of these events, I think without question, done first class.
Absolutely.
And they've increased attendance over the last time that they were held by quite a bit.
Yeah, and the Civil War muster, it's great to see that come back. And you know, the Southside Summerfest, we have the Hispanic Heritage Festival coming up in downtown this weekend. So Jackson is just exploding with great people doing great things, and that's part of the fun of the job with the events. You know, it's a lot of work, but watching and helping some of these events come to fruition and seeing them grow, like a Gus Macker and hopefully the Road to Hell, and to hopefully see the Hispanic Heritage Festival be something that is annual and grows. It's just great. It's great for Jackson, great for our community, and great to bring people to showcase our community.
Well, like you said at the beginning of our visit, the folks here, we don't maybe realize how lucky we are that we have Bright Walls, but I think another thing we don't realize is that Jackson already is a tourist destination, and it's just very recently, in the last few years, that people are making plans to come here and stay here. And
it continues to grow from paintball to gravel bike races and bird watching. I told you I'd get it in there.
Right. Well, it's a joke that we were talking before the show that several years ago, when then Experience Jackson executives were looking at ways to bring people to Jackson, the best thing they could think of was the birds. You know, we do have a lot of lowlands and marshes and a lot of birds. But we've come a long way since then.
We've come a long way, and you know, that would showcase the parks we have too. We have some we could talk all day about our lakes and the parks on the lakes and places like the Dahlem Center. We forget, I think, how lucky we are in Jackson, and we hear it from visitors all the time that stop in, never been here, and realize, you know, compared to where they're from, in the people. They talk about the great people, the positive fun they have, and an amazing, you know, quaint little downtown with the bright walls and just all the assets we have in Jackson.
Yeah, and you know, next year when I-94 is done through Jackson, it's going to be like the icing on the cake.
Yep. And we're just going to keep going.
Yep. Great to see you. Have a great weekend.
I will. You too.
I'm sure I'll see you at the various things we
this weekend coming up.
All right. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
CEO of Experience Jackson and the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce, Craig Hatch.